Hi, I'm Justin Jensen, and welcome to my channel. It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust, sweat, and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and may fall again and again, because there is no effort without error or shortcoming. Teddy Roosevelt. Hello. Hello. Shut the fuck up. Don't start with me. Don't want to hear it.
Did you have to look more feminine than I?
Oh, absolutely. Of course.
All right. So let me be the beast tonight.
Put a wife beater on, you might be able to work with something. How's Marissa? Hello, everyone. Hi. It's good to see everyone in the house. Thank you so much for joining us. Your pug is barking, and so is mine. This is why she's my friend. This right here. Thank you. So today we everything kind of went sideways, to be honest with you.
Me
First, Elle was supposed to do the live, but something came up with her. Nothing bad. She just had mommy duties and stuff like that. And then the mother of who we will be speaking about, she had an emergency earlier this morning, and she has not been able to get back yet, but she will maybe join us later tonight. I don't know, or definitely tomorrow, I'm sure. And Marissa's had her own stuff. So
Hello,
it's been
Moto.
interesting. So a couple days ago, a subscriber of Elle's, Marissa's, and myself came to us, and she had watched us on the Marvin Jackson, Dre McRae case, and she came to us with a very heart-wrenching story. And it's something that is extraordinarily rare. It does happen more than we would like to think, probably.
Really?
In my opinion, yes. But in a roundabout sort of way, yes, in my opinion.
Well, you have experience in this.
Correct.
I was going to ask you.
I mean,
I never thought that you were going to say that this happens more than we think.
It doesn't happen the way this has happened. It happens usually before the second step happens, when you go to the cemetery.
Okay, so just so you guys know a little bit about Justin and I, we have actually thought, as far as long-term goals, about owning and joining. Um, he had the yeah. Actually want to be co-owners of a cemetery.
Mhm.
And when I brought that up to him, he was like, "Oh my God, that's what I've always wanted to do." And I was like, "Oh my God, you're my spirit animal."
Yeah.
So I have to rely on him to answer all the, freaky
Mhm.
questions that I have. By the way,
So
I have a personal question, Justin.
yeah, better
Not now?
be related.
Okay.
Yes, let's keep it on target,
All right.
Marissa. We're not on the fun channel right now. So a woman came to us, and uh, today we are not going to be giving out names. We are not going to be giving out addresses or business names.
Not yet.
Not yet. We're going to wait till the mother and all of that comes forward with here. We're just going to give you the rundown of this case, some cases like it, and also an amber. I don't know if it's an amber alert yet or a missing child alert out of Tennessee.
Let me guess. Hawkins County?
It's Mount Carmel. So is that Hawkins County? Mount Carmel? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So
Well,
go ahead.
sure hope that I didn't yell at Don and Kansas for nothing. I really hope that I don't have to apologize to these people one day.
In my opinion, Marissa, there's no way in.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
you're pretty. In my opinion, you're pretty safe with
Okay.
that one.
All right. Good.
Um. So yesterday we had been speaking with um this these people for a couple days, and what had happened. The lady who's going to be coming on all three of our channels, she was 8 months pregnant back in 1999. She miscarried in 1999 at 8 months old. Stillborn miscarriage. I don't know how you
8 months in the
technically.
womb.
8 months in the womb, right? So whenever she they made funeral arrangements for this child. They saw the child at the funeral home. However, they had a very small um, service. They had a very small service. And let me turn this ringer off. And she alleges that the funeral home said to her, from what I understand at this point, that, you know, they have the wake, and then the next day they have usually the funeral. So they said they were going to close the coffin, and the coffin would be sealed, and you couldn't open the coffin up anymore after that. So the next day, they went to the funeral home, and they said um, they were going to take the casket to the cemetery to put the obviously the child in the ground, and they would cover up this the coffin. Trigger warning, by the way, with all this. So should have said that. Apologize. Um, so when they got there, the grave had already been covered up, and they had put flowers on the grave, And that is where this story has remained since 1999. Fast forward till a year ago. 1 year ago, the mother of this 8 month old in the womb. How do you say this?
In utero.
In utero. Yeah, in utero. Okay.
Yeah.
I so
You've never been pregnant before. I forgive you.
yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I didn't want the stretch marks. So so she wants to exhume the baby
God.
because her stillborn. Yeah, that's a good way. Yeah, stillborn. She wants to exhume the this baby, and she pays to have the baby exhumed, and permits are given, and all of that. So they dig the grave. They are exhuming this because all of her family is buried in this other cemetery, and her health is declining, and she wants to be buried next to the child, and where the child is at, the family is not at, and she can't be buried next to the child because of, I guess
It's just not available,
it's just
right?
not available. Yeah. So they go to exhume the grave, and there's nothing there. Um, there's literally nothing of any remains, any casket, any blanket, um, nothing. And they dig as far as 8 feet, which is
Deeper than normal.
way deeper than a fetus, a child, has to be buried.
Normally,
I mean,
normally.
I don't. It's like, I think it's 5 feet normally, 6 feet for an adult. It
Well,
depends, varies by
um,
state, and it depends on the
okay.
climate and where you're at and everything else like that too. So, um, and the state and everything else. So they are, they're looking around, they're checking, probing everywhere, and they can't find anything. Nothing. They have paid for in full this child to be exhumed and moved, permits done, and everything. So, as a parent, you would be shocked. I mean, can you imagine?
No.
I mean, just imagine. It's like grieving all over again.
The baby would have been what, 23?
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. 23. And the funeral, they have taken many, many steps, um, from attorney general, I believe, that they contacted, but they haven't really done anything from what I understand. I'll let her explain more.
And you said that
Um,
it was sold several times?
the cemetery and the funeral home, from what I understand, has been sold several times. Uh, Not the funeral home. I think it's only been sold once, but the cemetery itself has been sold, from what I understand, several times in the last 23 years. It's a very big, big cemetery, and they're not giving her any answers. Just
Okay.
just more
So
or less of sorry.
the obvious question,
Mhm.
as a real estate agent in that state, would be who owns that property and where are they now? That's number one.
Mm-hmm. Do you mean the
cemetery. Who was the
cemetery?
owner in 1999? And where are they?
Right, right. She has given us a mountain of paperwork,
Okay.
just literally a mountain of paperwork.
Did you look?
And um,
Did you get to it,
so,
or you just haven't gotten to it?
some of them I did get to look at, but some of them, um, the scan didn't. It's not really that clear, so I need her to rescan them for me. And
Okay. All right.
she's
Assuming we
just
know the name. Assuming we know the name of the
we do
person.
know we know all
Okay.
the info. Yes.
All right. Is that person still alive and in the United States?
Um, I don't know.
Okay. We need to find that out.
But
Now.
it doesn't really matter because there's records. There's records of each plot,
Okay. So
and I mean,
my question. See, imagine, because I'm learning about this story as you tell it, because they have not spoken it to me. So I'm just imagine me as a sub.
mm-hmm,
So I'm asking the questions right now that what everyone's thinking.
mm-hmm.
So, and I wish that she was here to, ask these questions. Like for someone that, doesn't really have a lot of time, the obvious questions that a person interested in this story is we have to get to the guts to it in the first
Oh,
5
hold
minutes.
on. I think she might be able to join us. Hold on.
Okay.
That would be awesome. I hope she can join us.
Okay. So imagine that this person that owned it,
Mm-hmm.
they have a lot of questions to answer. Now, unbeknownst to who owned it after that, how were they supposed to know that this person that owned it in 1999, obviously, if you and I owned a cemetery and God forbid this happened and we had to bury a baby, I would be like, I'm not going to be there.
Hello?
But we would have knowledge. Focus on the topic. I thought I am. No, there was nothing there, Elle. There was nothing there. That's the point. No, the point is, where's the baby and where's the casket? Oh, you're not talking to me? Oh, okay. Exactly, vet girl. When you buy the plot, you own that piece forever. You own it to the earth's core, up to the sky.
Okay.
Just like a piece of real estate. To the center of the earth, up to the sky, except for air flight zone.
Hey, Marissa, I have Lawanda with us. She's going to, let's see here. Let me get my volumes together. All right. Marissa, can you speak?
Hi, Lawanda. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And yourself?
I'm very sorry to hear your tragic story.
Oh, thank you.
I hope that we can somehow help. It's very hard to hear her, Justin.
It's hard to hear. Okay, hold on one
Very.
second. I'm just trying to get my charger and because my phone's on the low.
Okay.
Okay, Lawanda.
The chat
All right.
can't hear either. All right.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Lawanda, can you tell us basically like we were talking about yesterday?
Yeah, just a quick backstory. Basically, the child was premature. He was born and died on the same day. This happened February 2nd in 99. He went to, the cemetery the following day, made arrangements. His service was on the 5th of February. You had him buried. thinking things okay. Over the next few years, there were quite a few deaths in the family. And her family was originally from Granville County, but she had moved to Durham. And, over the years, she decided to relocate to Granville County. Her father had been, her sister passed, her father passed. They were all buried in a cemetery in Granville County.
Mm-hmm.
Her grandmother, so she ultimately decided that, she herself wanted to be buried there, and she in turn wanted to have her son move to this same cemetery. So in October of last year, we went to the cemetery and told them, what the wishes were. She contacted them, paid a sum, I believe, of $1,492 to have him exhumed and transferred to the new cemetery. For whatever reason, they were unable to perform this until November 30th. It had something to do with permits or, I don't know, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on the day of the 30th, she was told that she could not be on site, that she was more than welcome to go to the office, but she could not be on site during the exhumation. This didn't seem right to us. Cemeteries are, public. You should be able to go out there at any time, whatever. So between she and I, we decided that I would go to the cemetery to oversee, the exhumation, because they didn't know me, things like that. They had originally told us that they would start the exhumation at 11 o'clock, and she would be notified when he was being transported to the new cemetery. Well, I get there around 10. I didn't see anyone, no machinery, nothing like that. So I called her. She said, well, why don't you go down to McDonald's, get some breakfast or something, and come back a little later? I said, okay. So I left, and just something in me didn't feel right. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to go back. We'll see what happens. I was gone approximately 8 minutes. By the time I got back, the excavator was on site, the cemetery personnel was on site, the funeral home that were to transport them, everyone was on site, and they were already digging. I sat there about 30 minutes in, like the digging stopped, the people were looking at each other kind of dumbfounded, like they didn't know what was going on. At this point, I realized that they could not find him, that there was nothing in the hole that they had dug. You could see them conversing between each other, things like that. So I called my sister-in-law, and I was like, look, oh, wait, let me back up. On the day that she paid for the exhumation, the cemetery personnel told her that they had to go out and mark the area. Well, when they were taking my sister-in-law to the area, she told them, she's like, wait, he's not here. He's over there. And the personnel said, honey, I'm sorry. It's been a long time. Maybe you don't remember, but no, our records indicate he's here. And she's like, no, I'm telling you, he's not there. He's over here. And they said, well, we'll figure that out, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so fast forward, we go back to the day. I call her and I say, look, they can't find him. I mean, we half knew to expect this anyway because, like I said, from day one, we had told him he was not there. So again, I sit there. And while I'm sitting there, I am at another graveside. I'm just acting like I'm visiting family of mine, talking, things like that, but I'm also recording while this is going on. I end up sitting there for about 2.5 hours. And after this, everybody starts leaving. The cemetery director leaves, the funeral home leaves. So I call her and I'm like, what's going on? What do you want me to do? And she said, well, come back. They were supposed to call her and let her know when he was in transport to the new cemetery. So I get back. We wait. We received no call. We reached out to someone that we knew that worked at funeral home and said, we haven't heard anything. What's going on? And he said, well, has anyone from the cemetery contacted you? And I said, no, we've not heard anything. No. Basically he said, well, they need to talk to you. Waited, no one called. The following morning, I call the cemetery. I say, hey, what's going on? We haven't heard anything. And she said, well, did anyone from management reach out to you? No, we've not heard anything. She said, well, I'm sorry. I will contact them, email them today. They will contact you today. And I said, are you sure? She said, yes, ma'am, by 5 p.m. Waited. No call, no email, no nothing. we called every time. We called 3 or 4 times. Every time we called, we were told that we could not be provided with any information, that it had to come from corporate or something like that. Finally, about a week later, we speak to an attorney. We tell him a little bit about what's going on, and he tells us that what he can do is write a letter to the cemetery and demand that they either produce his remains or an explanation as to why they can't produce the remains. He sent a letter to the director or the owners of the cemetery on December 2nd. He gave them 72 hours to respond. We did not receive a response from that until the 16th of December. And basically, they told us we were not the owners of the cemetery at that time, therefore we are not culpable. But hey, we'll give you our marker. You can put it in the cemetery where we dug, or in the new cemetery, your choice. That obviously was not an option for us.
Right.
We also reached out to the cemetery commission, filed a complaint with them. We got a response from them on December the 26th, and basically they sided with the cemetery, said, that their only job was to help us come to a resolution. As far as they were concerned, the resolution had been met. We should take the marker. Or talk to a lawyer. So for the next few months, we were just trying to compile evidence. One of the main things that we found out was on the day that she signed the paperwork to have him buried, the paperwork references that he was to be buried in the meditation garden. Well, when we got paperwork from the cemetery commission, somehow or another, from the day that she signed the paperwork to the day that the deed was made, it got transferred to the faith garden. Bear in mind, the entire time we told him he was in meditation, but they keep saying no, he's in faith. We don't know how that got switched, who switched it, what happened. But the fact remains, in the area that they're saying he was buried was not open for burials in 1999. We have aerial photographs, satellite photographs that show that it's basically just like undeveloped land.
Yes. You sent us those satellite photos too.
Yeah, all we're trying to do is get them to dig in the location of in the meditation garden. And so everyone we have spoken to, every door we've opened, it's just been shut on our face, and we can't get anywhere.
And you have paid for the exhumation, and
we paid for the exhumation. We paid for the open and close of the new grave site.
Mm-hmm.
We paid for the plot for the new grave site. Also, when he was transferred, we were going to have a memorial for him. There were flowers that were purchased, balloons, just all sorts of things.
Okay, and thank you. Thank you. Now, thank you guys. When it comes to whenever you guys after you guys had the wake and everything, there was no graveside services, correct?
No, there was a graveside service, but he was buried.
That's right. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, he was buried in a hospital container. It wasn't an actual casket per se.
Right.
Apparently, when children pass away in the hospital, it's a hospital container that they're put in.
Correct. Yes, but I mean, you didn't physically see the burial happen, is what I'm saying.
No, we did not.
Okay.
Why not?
Our preacher did. He told us he was there on site when William was brought to the grave site and put into the ground and covered up. The preacher was there.
Okay.
He said that.
Okay. All right. And so you have reached out to this cemetery, and what has their response been?
We have gotten no response whatsoever from them since November the 30th of 2001, when they realized they could not locate him. We have had no correspondence, nothing. They have not spoken to us one time. There have been multiple calls, emails. Not one time have they been willing to speak with us. They answered the letter to our attorney, and they answered our complaints to the cemetery commission. You know, it even took 9 days for them to answer our attorney's letter, but not once have they spoken with us.
Okay. Is the preacher still alive?
No, he actually passed just a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys have, I mean, what kind of, have you went to the office and talked to them and said, you know, like, what have you guys done as far as tried to get results?
We, like I said, we hired an attorney. You know, paid him $1,000 basically to write a letter to demand results. We contacted the cemetery commission. We have reached out to local government, legislature. We have, we tried to organize a protest at the cemetery. That was shut down.
Why was it shut down?
Because they tried to silence them, from what I understand, allegedly.
Who tried to silence you? You want me to go down there and yell at them?
We're good at that.
Basically, we had to apply
I'm good at that. You just stand there and let me yell.
I like cute and fur.
Permit was denied.
Yes, they had a permit, but the permit was denied. to protest.
Well, then just tell me where to go.
Yeah, we don't need a freaking permit.
All right. Everyone in the chat is asking, what state is this? We've got to know the state.
North Carolina.
Yes.
That's right.
The city.
I know where it is. Yes, I do know where it is.
Yes.
Oh man, we got some cases in North Carolina. Oh.
Yes, there are other cases.
Yes. Okay. Yes. They turn. All right. Well, I'm going to. So this is what's going to happen. We're going to go through your information and we're going to try and help you. And what we're going to do is this is how we're going to help you. This is how we're going to help you. This is going to be our plan. I'm going to make sure that this cemetery sees this video. This is your fucking warning before it gets any bigger. I haven't eaten in 2 weeks and I'm starving. Before we blast your business and no one ever comes to your cemetery again, you're going to cooperate with these people. Because I will contact the news and I will show up with the news because I'm louder than all these people in chat. So this is your first warning. And I will get the permit. And I will bring Jonathan and I will bring Betty.
All right,
I think that's what we need to happen because, like I said, when we tried to get the permit, all the businesses around the cemetery were fine with it. They said, you know, you can park your vehicles here, you can do this, you can do that. But the cemetery gave a lot of pushback. They were like, no, if you put our name on any literature, any signs, anything like that, we will call the police. We will have you removed. We will sue you for slander. You know,
slander?
I dare you. Marissa, this is what I said. I said, can you imagine a funeral home suing a mother, or sorry, I apologize, a cemetery suing a mother that you can't find the
The
body to their
baby?
child.
Oh no no! Oh no!
My.
Oh, we can alert the press very quickly. Are you kidding me? You can't turn away the press.
You can't
The
turn
local
The
press?
crazy thing about it, you know, my sister-in-law has a few health issues. You know, she's sick. Her, health has been declining over the past couple of years, and this has literally, like, it's taken a toll on her. It's like she has lost him all over again. She's consistently blamed herself for the last 23 years for how it happened and things like that. But now, she finally thought she was going to do right by him, have him put with, her family, herself, and, for him not to be there. Their complete disregard for her feelings, or, it's basically just a big fuck you.
Yeah.
And
It is.
It's bewildering to me.
Yes, Lisa is correct. That cemetery is covering up something nefarious. And it's been going on for years.
Well,
this is not okay.
It's either that or their records are very misaligned, and God knows where potentially a lot of people are.
Oh yeah, and the crazy thing is, like, after we contacted the attorney or anything, in the area in which he was buried, not too long ago they put up a sign. Give me a second, I've got a picture of it, and this blew my mind. This sign, literally, they just put up after we tried to get the permit. Let me find it. What does it say? Hold on one second. Where is it at?
Unseen True Crime, she has. Thank you for your super chat. Marissa, are you froze?
No. I'm reading. I can't believe what is happening.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Let me see what this
I've never heard anything like this before.
Trust me.
And they're trying to silence her, and no answers to where this baby is? I don't think so.
We're going to send them this video, and we're going to ask them before, we have to arrange a march, not a protest, a march.
All over, and we're going to get it trending all over the internet.
Okay, yes. So the sign says, "We are in the process of updating our cemetery records and would appreciate your help. Confirming your arrangements with us is very important. Please come to our office to verify," or something.
They have lost, in my opinion.
Verify or update your records. Yeah.
So how many times has this been sold since 1999?
Okay, I believe it's been 4 times, but the crazy thing about it is everyone that has purchased it has had something to do with the company prior to.
Has something to do with what?
They're all related somehow.
I knew it.
Tax department. They're all related.
Don't say anything. Don't make any claims, please.
I know you knew it. It was about to come out of my mouth.
That's my opinion.
Yes.
So
yeah.
Yes. So we're just going to say allegedly and in our opinions.
In my opinion.
Yeah. That's in my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah. Angie says, thank you, Angie. When we had our son's funeral, they didn't lower him into the ground until after the service. They are covering up something, in her opinion, Angie thinks. So it sounds like potentially. Now, why didn't you guys watch, them lowering
They weren't there.
I know. Well, I mean,
when she went to the funeral home, the gentleman there told her, now he left this, he gave her the option. He said that if, the hospital container was on display, he felt like that would, people would ask her a lot of questions or want to know the story, things like that. And he thought that she wasn't in the right frame of mind to make, to tell the story or things like that. So he told her, he said, what we can do is we can go ahead and put him in the ground, cover it up. You can put some flowers. All right, hold on one second. Let me confer with her. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm sorry. She said at the wake, he told her it would be wise not to have the container on display. She just told me she doesn't know why he was in the ground on the day when she arrived.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It sounds like, in my opinion, that possibly this has been sold so many times. Maybe they just haven't had good record keeping. Maybe they don't have the record. I don't know. Maybe it hasn't been filed with the state. I mean, I don't know. Have you tried to go to, find a grave? I think it's find a grave or locateagrave.com.
Oh, and that's another thing. He's not even registered in that cemetery.
The child is not registered in that cemetery.
No,
and it goes back to we have some paperwork that we received from the cemetery commission that says, and for whatever reason we don't know, she never told anyone this or said this, but it says location of decedent not to be disclosed to anyone other than the mother.
Not to be disclosed to anyone other than the mother.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
And we don't know why.
Well, it makes no sense. I mean, when you are dead, you don't have really, if you're there's not a HIPAA. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So I'm just, and she said she never told him that, anything like that. So she doesn't know why that was on the paperwork.
Yeah. Well, I know you guys have kept really good records over the years, despite.
Oh yeah, it would blow your mind, everything that we have.
Yes. And you guys have literally tried for a year straight.
Yes, this is all that consumed us.
Yes, and she was telling me last night, Elle and I, that this had happened to someone else. I don't know if it was this cemetery or a different cemetery, but they was never able to find this child, and they had settled out of court, and they don't want to. They're not asking for that. They just want to find her child, and so they can be buried together, and he can be exhumed and be buried where they want him placed.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
They're not interested in any form of monetary. They just want their deceased child.
Yeah, because we've spoken with several attorneys, and they're like, I would sue, I would do this, I would do that. That is not what we want. We want him. There's no amount of money that could replace him, or no. And to me, it's disgusting that they would even think that he could be bought or anything like that. We want him. We want answers, explanations. Yeah. All we really want is for them to dig where we told him he was.
Yes.
And we don't know why they won't do that.
Well, I'm afraid, in my opinion, that they're afraid that their records aren't correct and they may dig up someone else.
Hey, that wouldn't surprise me at this point.
Vet girl, I'll have to tell you that privately, if if that's what I think you're asking. Now you said that there was another child's grave there, and was it the child had died like 5 years or something beforehand?
Yeah, there was and again, this is just me speculations or whatever.
Right.
But we had gone to the gravesite a couple of days after they had supposedly dug to look for him. I was just walking by, and there was the grave of a child that had died 5 years before. He was born and died the same day, and there was fresh straw and things on her grave, like it had been disturbed. And I just can't understand why.
Right.
Why unless they were trying to do something crazy, like why this grave would have been disturbed. It was 5 years before that he had died.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just that's just very interesting. Yeah. Now the the funeral director and anybody that was associated with that funeral the day that they buried the baby, is there any of them alive?
No. The only let's see, the only people that was mother, I was the day before. So I wasn't on site, but it was her, her mother was there, her uncle, everyone that was at the actual gravesite has passed.
I'm very busy right now. What? 1 second, guys.
Oh, I guess you guys were looking for me to say something. This is not my channel.
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay.
Does do you have anything else you can think of at the moment?
At the moment, no. Like I said, we were involved in some stuff all day, so I really can't.
I understand. I know y'all have had
everything written down and everything ready to go, but we've involved in so much all day.
I know it's kind of been a hectic day for y'all and us too, to be quite honest with you. But and the mother, she has been visiting this gravesite all these years, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. And let's see here. Oh, sorry, my call dropped.
I'm sorry, the person.
I think so, Lacey. I'm gonna check.
Oh, were you waiting for me to say something? The preacher has passed. The one witness has passed a couple of years ago. I don't like this story.
Oh, here she comes again. Hold on a second. Hello, sorry, one of our calls dropped.
I don't know what happened there.
Do you have an actual receipt for the funeral?
Yeah. Okay.
No, that's right, because the funeral home, they did it for free, didn't they?
They did the burial for free. We did have to pay for, I think it was the open and close. We had the obituary. The crazy thing is she had a house fire as well. So a lot of things were destroyed in that, but we do have the actual obituary. We have pictures of him when he was in the hospital container. It doesn't show the container itself. What else do we have? Like I said, we've got the original contract that was signed the day that she went to the cemetery. And like I was saying, the funeral home that assisted us in this, they are like family friends. They have been in business forever. They've handled like everyone in our family with the exception of one or two people. And they were actually able to give us some insight information about things that were going on.
Hold on one second, guys. Sorry. Go ahead. Because the funeral home, they for kids, at the time they did some of it for free, didn't they? For all kids, wasn't it, at the time?
Yeah, and they still do that.
They still,
day and time,
yeah.
The burials of children are free.
Yes.
They're a very prominent funeral home in our area. They would, I'd say, probably 75% of all funerals that are done in this area, they handle.
Right.
And it's just, believe it or not, this cemetery that this is happening at, over the years, there have been quite a few things that have happened. We actually came into contact with a woman that had an experience with this cemetery. And we spoke to her in length about her situation. It was not similar to ours, but it gives you a little bit of the insight into the shady proceedings that are done in the cemetery.
Uh-huh.
And in talking with her and trying to uncover some information, we found out that there were around 50 calls or police reports made towards this cemetery between 2002 and 2005.
And tell them about that neighbor. The neighbor that lives close, yes. And they called.
Yes. So basically, what happened was she was there one day, and she seen a pile of dirt. And in this pile of dirt, there were caskets and salt. There were personal. Hold on one second.
You did hear a spill, Lisa. Yes. Right into my laptop bag. Block Robert on aisle 1, please. Block Robert on aisle 1. Thank you, Shells Joe, for telling us. Justice Janie, okay. Of course we can see you.
I apologize.
That's okay.
So, she found sorry, I got a bad information. but she found there was a mound of dirt that had caskets, vaults, personal effects of the decedent, and things like that. So she had called the police, and
So guys, picture this: a mound of dirt with caskets, vaults, personal effects.
yeah, there were caskets, vaults, there were personal effects of decedents, things like jewelry, teddy bears, things like that were found in this mound of dirt. She called the police, and what? What'd you do?
Oh, he's 50, so it's 40. Yeah, you too damn much.
Oh my God. Damn, goddamn. Okay, so she okay, I got it. So she called the police, and they see, this is where it gets funny. She called the police and filed a report, and she says that they came on site, that they examined everything, whatever. So we called the police. She told us, she gave us all of her information, everything. We called the police to try to get the report. They would not give us the report. So we went down there. We found all these other reports, but all the imperative information had been redacted. And see, I can't say a lot because I don't want to bring a lot of other people into this.
Right.
But there are instances where other people basically, let's see, how do I want to say this? Their decedent bodies are not in the plot that they are supposed to be in. And this is the opinion, like, I don't even know how to say this without getting in trouble. They believe that the
In your
cemetery is
opinion,
resale
allegedly.
plots. They believe that these plots are being resold.
Resold. Wow.
Yes. Yeah, that's what they're thinking.
That's what the neighbor thought.
Because
wow.
we come across articles and information where it says, that there have been instances in other cemeteries, not saying it's this one, where the plot has been resold, the decedent has been dug up, the hole has been dug deeper, the decedent was buried deeper in the ground, and a new person was put on top of that person. The person's marker was destroyed, moved, whatever.
Wow.
So, I don't know if that...
Well, hopefully that's not any case with this, with this cemetery.
Now, I don't know what's going on, but it's...
Yeah.
My brother's ex-wife. While things didn't work out with him and her, she and I have remained, best friends over the years. And to see, I had a miscarriage. She actually gave birth to this child. And, he got to help him. And to see her go through with this, originally was bad enough, but now she's having to relive this.
Yes.
And, everyone that we have asked for help, it's been in vain. No one has said, we've done everything that we thought we should do. We've gone to legal channels. We've reached out to our local media station. I think we sent letters to Judge Joe Brown, Judge Mathis. We've done everything we can, but it's like we keep just getting shut down, and it's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, you have to find answers for this. We have to find answers. It's just not even a maybe. You have to have answers. You paid for this service, and you paid for this service to exhume, and you don't even know this child is. It's just unbelievable. Just
You know,
crazy.
and the one thing I think that bothers us more than anything is, the cemetery and them not once have they spoken to us, sent any correspondence, nothing. Like, they will not speak to us. And, you know, it might be a little easier to follow, you know, if they would say, look, you know, we didn't own it then, but hey, you know, we see that your records reference that he's buried in another location. You know, why don't we dig there? Or, you know, just some sort of compassion. But it's absolutely nothing, you know. They, you know, basically saying, look, we dug where our deed references he is, and, you know, he's not there, so, you know, good luck, live your best life. I don't get it.
I don't either. So, well, listen, tomorrow, we're going to, if you could join us, I know it's been quite a day for you and it's been for us as well. We wanted to, get this out here, and if you could send me some more pictures of those documents, because some of them are really blurry.
Well, I emailed them to you.
Oh, okay.
A little after 6, I believe. We got them all scanned in, and I emailed them to the address that Elle gave me. If you can text me your address, then I'll go ahead and scan them and send them to you as well.
Okay, I will do that. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We will. If you're available later tonight, I'll text you and we'll talk later. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be available tonight, tomorrow, anytime. You know, just from the bottom of my heart, and my sister-in-law as well. We want to thank you guys for actually taking the time to listen to us. You know, just so interested. You know, try to help us. Even, you know, just your willingness to help us makes this.
Well, I know you found us from the Vaughn case, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something in its own self, right? So, well, thank you so much. We're going to talk about this, and I think we'll be on L's tomorrow. So we just wanted to get a rundown through, and we'll look through it through a fine-tooth comb after that.
Okay.
All right.
Well, again, just shoot me your email. I will go ahead and get those documents sent over to you in the next few minutes.
Thank you, dear. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right. Bye-bye. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Type in private chat.
Well, no. Judge Mathis, Judge Joe Brown, that's small claims court.
Well, they don't know, Marissa. They're desperate. You know, they just want answers.
But they had a lawyer.
They did have. I'll talk to you about that. They just want to hand him a check. They don't want to find the kid.
So they wanted to shut them up.
Yes.
Over and over and over again.
That's exactly. They don't want that. They just want their son. I mean, another person that they know, they met, they handed him a check and said, you know,
everybody's got their price.
And you can't talk about it with after they give
everybody's got their price. They buy off people all the time. That's a lot of people have their price. You know what I mean? Just and I understand. I feel anyone's pain that this could even possibly happen. But this is a very evil world. This is a very evil world. And if it's possible that they are selling plots, that is very evil. Isn't that like sacrilegious?
I mean,
I didn't
If
even know. Does that count as like sacrilegious? I don't even know. Should I call my
yes,
mother?
it's. I mean, if I know that there's been other places to do that. I mean, we don't know that any with this place or not, but this is the only thing we want is we want answers. I mean, they just need to check where they told them.
Well, then why
They're
don't I
saying,
just go and give me a fucking shovel and I'll look? Can I get charged with a crime? Yeah, I could, right?
"Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
would get in prison
Trespassing? Yeah.
more than
Disturbing the
trespass."
peace?
How about tampering with corpse? How about
God
that?
forbid. Oh my God. This is a horrible story. How are we gonna help this woman?
Well, we're going to get the word out there, and we are going to apply pressure. Uh,
Who's we? And how much are they offering to shut me up? Shit. I don't like this story. This stinks like Michelle's underwear. I don't like this story, Justin. How are we gonna fucking I
they're
don't
gonna
have any
clip
experience
that.
with this. This is
They're gonna-
nothing. I don't even know what to say. I don't have any experience with this.
Well,
Police won't
every
help
case
them.
is
Lawyers won't help them. What makes you think I'm gonna help them? Fine, you want me to go there and yell at them? I'll yell at them. But what else do you want me to do? All I can do is yell at them.
well, I'm thinking about either this weekend or next weekend going down there
By yourself?
if I have to.
Oh Christ. Oh God.
Uh,
You really want to go down to North Carolina by yourself?
Listen, I want their baby to be found.
So do I. But I also don't. Oh my God, maybe this is it. Maybe this is it. Michael
That's the
Jackson, this is it. Maybe I'll go with you. Do you want me to go with you?
yes.
Pick me up in North Carolina?
I'll pick you up in North Carolina. Yeah,
All right.
because I'll
Anybody
drive
in
down.
North Carolina down for a meet and greet at a cemetery?
I'm only 3 hours away from there.
Are you serial?
Yeah.
This is a terrible story. But the thing is like I know what I'm capable of and I know what I'm not capable of. You know what I'm saying?
You'd have no idea of what you're capable of until you do it. Marissa, you want to own a cemetery, don't you?
Yes.
You have to figure out these problems. God forbid if they ever happen. Keep the records, people.
That's right. Should I bring my bullhorn? The pink one for you, the Tiffany blue for me.
Now you're talking.
All right. Meet
Now
and
you're
greet? Raleigh, North Carolina?
talking. No.
Am I not doing a meet and greet? How am I going to write this
No.
fucking thing off?
Marissa,
What?
you don't have to write it off.
I have to write all of my fucking trips off. Yes, I have to. Adrian's a fake CPA. After all.
They're going to clip that now. He's not really a fake CPA. He's a real CPA.
Well, he's only been a CPA for like a year. But anyway. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm just saying that this is a lot weirder than I thought it was gonna be. I mean, I don't want you to bring people up with their theories, but there's a lot of possible theories. Now,
There is a
I'm
lot of
like,
possible theories. I think the most logical is record keeping. That's the most logical. It can get, what are they telling the family?
nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. From what she says, they basically say, sorry, you paid to have, this funeral. You paid for exhumation, but you didn't get what you paid for. Sorry.
So is this next weekend?
Yeah.
All right. Raleigh?
Not Raleigh.
I'm not fucking driving.
It's not Raleigh.
Where the fuck am I going then? Durham?
No, I'll tell you.
Today?
Yeah,
I'm on Expedia right now.
just wait. God, I'm getting a cold. Hey, Katie, good to see you. It's just terrible, Marissa.
It's a terrible story.
I get my Land Rover back this weekend.
Oh, mine gotta go in. Mine's gotta go in.
Finally.
Please find that baby. Well,
Why didn't the lawyer help? Because they don't want to find the answer. They just want money. They just want to settle. That's all they want, these lawyers. They don't want that. They don't want, they just want the insurance to pay people off. And they really are not asking for money. They don't want money. They just want their child, what they've already paid for and deserve, most importantly. Are they afraid of what they will find? That's a good question, Lisa. Good question. I mean, did you see that article or on the news a few years ago? They were lowering this family was lowering the casket in, and then before they lowered the casket in, uh, they look and there's a foot sticking out of the grave from
yeah.
another grave. And that is not supposed to happen. I mean, like an adult, they're in a casket in a vault, which most vaults now they're made out of plastic. They're basically literally just a big Rubbermaid. That's all they are. I mean, some of them are still cement, but 90% of them now are just a big Rubbermaid container.
Call my mother.
And so that was an investigation. Just very sad.
So am I, Ladybug, and I'm being compressed into a diamond. Nobody look for me.
Hold on.
What? What?
I'm going to link this article. I'll drop the article because I don't want to be. If you are interested in this article, um, this is about the foot that was found in, this was in New Jersey.
Oh, figures.
And trigger warning, you will see the foot
Nice.
and a casket. So if you're interested, if I don't know if it'll let me, because it's such a long link.
It's not that much. It goes by how big of a carrot. It can start at 3,000, 4,000. You have to already be cremated. How much is a cremation? Like 2,500?
I don't know how much they are anymore. I mean, I don't know. They're more than that now, probably. Yeah, they are more than that. So,
Is it possible? What? $4,500 to $6,000?
yeah, it's
Here, you know what? Madeline just cremated her mother. Let me ask her. Madeline. Call Madeline. All right.
Just to confirm.
Yes.
Calling Madeline Judge. Mobile.
Okay, she don't care. If you pay for the funeral, not a flat. Hey, Madeline, it's Marissa.
Yeah.
We're doing a live right now, me and Justin. And even though I'm so sorry that Aunt Flo died, how much does a cremation cost?
It cost me what did it cost me? $1,600.
Okay.
That's just for the cremation. That's
how much?
Urns.
16.
That's not anything. That's just for the cremation, and for them, that's it.
And then the urn.
No viewing, no nothing.
No viewing, no nothing. So just the $1,600.
$1,600. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry for Flo. You know I loved her.
Yeah, I know you did.
All right. When you coming over?
I don't know. Somebody quit at work, so I've been like working almost 7 days a week. So.
All right. My house is clean, but I need someone to rub my head. All right. I love you. Bye.
All right. Love you.
Yeah. If you get compressed into a diamond, it's like $4,000. You can make a set of earrings, and what you do is just like with Tiffany diamonds. I don't have Tiffany diamonds earrings. These are fake. But what they have, instead of back posts, they screw on, and you just wear them forever. They screw on the back posts.
You know how much it cost them as far as emission cost, tax that they have to pay, because they have to pay for admissions.
Emission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course.
And the gas, obviously, and I mean the crematory is like a buku amount of money, so that's what the cost. But guess how much like natural gas it takes?
How much?
An average guess.
I don't know.
About $30 to $50.
That's a lot of gas. Well, it's got to be super fucking hot, right?
Yeah, I mean.
Well, Adrian just told me the other day, we just got our bill for our oil.
Uh-huh.
Half the tank. Guess how much? $1,000. Adrian was like, oh my God.
I mean, people always say like, I get oil for the winter and stuff. Like, what is that? Do you mean,
oil
is it natural gas?
Water to take a shower. It heats up to our dishwasher to wash the clothes to wash the whites and take showers, bath. I don't take baths. I don't have time for that. But like, yeah, showers.
But it heats your house?
No, we have the heat, and then but we also have a couple fireplaces.
What kind of oil is it?
Like,
I don't get it.
Oil. I don't know.
You mean natural gas?
I don't know, oil. Is it? I don't know. Hold on, let me call my mother. My mother. This is what my mother did for fucking years. Hold on. Where's my mother? My mother knows everything about everything. She was like a junior accountant billing thing. Call mom.
You get so
Calling
Jersey.
Mobile. Mobile.
All right, hold on. No, it's not propane. Hold up to. Is it propane? No, it's fuel oil. Hold on. I'll pick up the friggin' phone. Stop acting like you're busy. Oh, this woman's giving me agita. She really is. 850?
Your call has been forwarded to an
Really?
automated voice messaging system.
Heating oil.
Kathy.
You know what, Ma? For real. Really? Yeah, almost $1,000 friggin' dollars. It wasn't like that last year. It's because of the gas prices. So when they raise the
Heating
gas
oil is like
prices,
diesel?
Ma, you gotta call me. Where is she? Ma.
It's not kerosene.
Oh my God, Mom. She's probably in the bathroom.
People's like heating oil. What is is it petroleum? Is
I don't
it
know if it's
gas?
kerosene.
It's
like diesel for your house?
It's
Crude
actually-
oil? Oh, Jesus. Fuck. This woman.
Your call.
You know what, Ma? I went an hour. I was supposed to consume the rest of this. Oh, your favorite. Beet juice.
Ugh,
Oh, I almost threw up all over the computer.
it's horrible.
When you were talking. It really is horrible. But it's so good for your skin.
I know it's so
Look
good.
at my skin.
I've taken beet capsules, but I even gag taking those.
Do you take fish oil?
No.
You look like you take fish oil.
Yeah. I
You
need
know
to
what
take
you
some
look like? You look like a mini Augustus Gloop. No,
I look like
Augustus
a
Gloop.
mini Mariska Zadinsky.
You and I do look alike. And I have to say, with all the new patrons that I've been talking to, do you know what they say?
What?
They don't even say, oh, I just love you. Now they say, I love you and Justin.
Mm-hmm. Yes. They
And I'm like,
we're a team. You know that. Everybody's like, oh, I love you and Justin, or I love you and Molly.
trying to rain on my fucking parade over here. Over this motherfucker.
We're
The fruits of my
you
loins.
said we were married when we took the
I
vine.
did say that. I said, listen, if you go in with this Vaughn case, you and I are married.
Yes.
You're married to me, bitch.
I know. I'm already starting to show too.
Yeah.
So, God.
Are you losing any weight, or did you cheat with donuts? You had a donut, didn't you? Oh no, brownies. You had brownies, didn't you?
I had brownies and
I had 1/3 of a fucking Somali.
And then I had an ice cream sandwich this morning.
No, you fucking didn't.
I did.
I went like this today. I went like this and gave Panera a dirty fucking look. And then I went like this. I was driving and I gave Five Guys a dirty look. I got to the red light and went, fuck you, Five Guys. Mom's going a little fucking nuts.
Oh, God. I got
Even Adrian told Jake, don't mess with your mom. He goes, what do you mean? He goes, she's in a really bad mood lately. He goes, yeah, why is that? He goes, because we're eating in front of her.
Yes. Well, when you're hungry and then you drink this stuff all the time, you just get so sick of it. Of the same.
I knew the tamales were gonna be tough though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't miss the soda or anything like that. It's just the tamales. That's a tough thing. It's like quitting smoking.
For you, it is.
Yeah.
Now, like what's all in a tamale? A corn husk?
It's just wrapped in a corn husk.
What?
It's masa, and then it's got like shredded pork in the middle, and it's just oh my god! And they're putting it to corn husk. It's Mexican. It's amazing. You steam them.
I know, but what's like the fattening part about it?
Is well, there's a little bit of lard in it, in the masa part.
The lard and stuff is, I mean, that's low carb.
It is.
Yeah, fat's low carb and
Well,
stuff.
this is the thing. I wasn't I've always eaten tamales, and I didn't gain weight with tamales. What I gained weight with was that keto freaking diet.
Yes.
And then eating copious amounts of chocolate, and then starting to drink the soda again.
Mine is sweets. That is my
downfall. I love sweet. Listen, snacks. I'm a snacker. That's it. But if you sit me down at a restaurant at a meal, I take 2 bites and I'm ready. Hey, what's the check?
What's masa?
It's just amazing. You don't need to know. When you have your first tamale with me, you're going to say, oh my God, Marissa, I can't. You're going to want to just take it and rub it all over your chest and all over your face. And you're just going to be like, Marissa.
ICU had a tamale and she did not like it whatsoever.
More for me, bitch. Bring them over here.
I want to see what masa is.
Please don't put a picture.
I think of the Lion King. ¿Qué pasa? Masa?
Really? You are the whitest person I've ever met.
I know.
Why do I hang out with you?
I have no idea.
You're so white.
I am so...
You're the whitest motherfucker ever. You couldn't be whiter if your name was like Bryce Baker. No. And if your name was Bryce, I wouldn't hang out with you. Never trust anybody named Bryce.
They're usually jerks.
Everyone named Bryce is a fucking jerk.
Yes. I tell you, I'll tell you who I usually
Hey Joy, hey Snozzberry. Dude, just go to your Uber Eats or your DoorDash and put in tamales. And a Mexican restaurant will pop them up.
How do you spell them?
You know who's got the best tamales? Go to Trader Joe's. If you got a Trader Joe's, go there, get the tamales. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. They got some good ones. Sam's Club, they got some good ones too. I got tons of them in the deep freezer.
Is this masa?
It's powder. It's like a powder. It's a big bag. It looks like a flour bag.
But it's corn? I don't get it. Are these tamales?
No. Google a fucking pork tamale. Just Google a pork tamale. I won't look.
I don't eat pork. Oh,
well,
here.
You can have a chicken tamale.
Okay, look. Is that it?
Tamale.
Look at that. Pork tamales. Yes.
You can have chicken. You can have beef. They have everything. You can have cornbread tamales. I've had that. They have vegetable tamales. I won't touch those. I like the pork.
I mean, I've seen a tamale. I've never.
Why wouldn't you eat it? You got something against Mexican food?
No.
You know, there is Mexican beyond Taco Bell.
You know, most of my nieces and nephews are Mexican. Half Mexican descent. Well, I mean, they're American, but
Ay, carajo.
Okay.
Mm.
Is that it? Now, does the corn husk, does it just hold them
It
together?
just
Just wraps
holds
them?
it together, and then yes, yeah, and then you steam them.
You put sour cream on top of yours?
I can have them plain. I'm fine with that.
What's the best tamale you've ever eaten?
It was in a Mexican restaurant in a casino in Kansas City, Missouri.
Missouri, out of all places, best
Yes,
tamale you've ever eaten.
and they're very hard to find in Mexico. They're time
That's
consuming to make. Hey, Amanda, I was just thinking of you. How are you? I still eat tamales. Yeah, my husband said that coming the new year, he's gonna start counting how many tamales I eat in 1 year.
that would be a good idea. That would be a good idea. How many do you think you eat in a year? 500?
365 days a year.
Yes.
I'd say about 600. About 600. I really like the Trader Joe's ones. I really like the ones from Sam's Club that they make.
My Sam's Club don't have those, the tamales.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure.
Go over to where they have the shredded beef and the shredded pork and the little taco
Oh,
things. They're in the bag. I'll show you what they look like. Hold on. Ow. Oh, I'll show you what they look like.
you love flautas?
So you have, these are Sam's Club. All right. These come from Sam's Club. All right. These are $14, but you get a dozen. These I got from Amazon, and these were a gift from someone on my wish list. These are the classy ones from Zappa Zoe's mom, and those are from Williams Sonoma.
Those look really good. Those look
Yeah,
like the
they're
best.
the class. Those are the fucking classy ones.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck does Williams Sonoma know about fucking tamales?
So is there like Taco Bell version of tamales, and then there's a like classy
No.
tamales?
Tamales are time consuming to make. So a lot of times when you go and get tamales with like Mexican families, they do them on Thanksgiving and Christmas as if they have a big party. Or they can make a business out of them.
Someone just said something.
Mexican families make legit businesses out of them.
Yeah.
And there's legit tamale restaurants in New York City.
Barb, you are my soul sister. Chimichangas. Love them.
Do I do hot tamales?
Hot tamale, hot tamale, hot tamale. Hot tamale. Marketing. You need to do like a thing with like it's hot, and then you need your thing and then you need Molly. Good.
You suck at this.
That's right.
Yes, dude. Me and Princess used to go to the parking lot of Walmart in Vegas. There used to be a little Mexican lady that used to sell them out of the trunk of her car.
I miss the West Coast like that. That's really
We're like,
the
yo,
amazing.
Jolanda, what's up, girl? People like, hey, Marixa Pizza, Razepinska, de Euro, Ungolica.
Yes.
Come here.
I'm
$3
well,
for $10.
I miss Texas when I think of those times. Yeah, makes me miss Texas.
Sí. Marixa. Oh yeah.
Street food is the best food. It's the best.
And I tell them how I like them. In fact, when I was in Chicago, I was standing there. I went down to the main bar to eat and stuff like that. They had all that classy fucking all that classy shit. There was a guy working at the bar, and he was talking. I said, "Hey, where can I get tamales?" He goes, "The best lady." He goes, lives on my block, blah, blah, blah. So I gave him $40. And 2 days later, they were left in my room, 6 of them. 6 of them were left in my room. And I was like, oh my God. That's
They
what
were
I was
good?
eating when we were live.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were freshly made for me.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I don't need all that fancy food. Listen, I had caviar and shit while I was there. I had all that good stuff while I was there. I had some champagne. I had specialty chocolate from the winner of Top Chef Chocolate. He works there. Did you see that? On Netflix, they have the chocolate Top Chef. Have you seen the chocolate one? The winner works at the Chicago Four Seasons. He made chocolate for me. I gave up an executive suite for 4 pieces of chocolate.
I know you said just give me chocolate, and you're like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah, I
would
sold my soul. Well, I didn't
You
need
traded
it.
a sweet for some sweets.
Yeah, just for some. They were excellent. They were absolutely excellent. I know. Hi, baby.
Yes,
You want
just
attention? You want attention, Mom? I love you.
Cadbury from the UK is still the best.
Marissa, do you like pasteles? I do not. I'm Puerto Rican, but I prefer Mexican. I can cook
Chocolate in different countries it's just different.
It's different everywhere. South American chocolate, not down with it. I don't like. I've had chocolate all over the world. The worst is in Iceland.
Iceland chocolate, really?
Oh, bleh. Everything in Iceland is infused with black licorice. Everything.
I hate black licorice.
I
Like-
told Adrian, I said, fuck this. It was worse than China. It was worse than China.
I like a lot of the teas and stuff will have like black licorice in it and stuff, and I don't like any tea.
No,
with
I
black
was
licorice.
dying. I was dying over there. It was dying. And I just sent my mother for her birthday a box of $200 chocolates, La Maison du Chocolat, which is one of the best chocolatiers in the entire world. My mother was like, "Oh, I love it. Oh," I'm like, "Mom, I've gotten it for you before." "You have? You're always bringing all this expensive chocolates to my house. I love it." I sent her that. I love really good chocolate. You got dandelion chocolate. You can sample chocolate from every region, every country. A lot of different darks.
The UK, it's like milkier or something,
Yes.
I think, isn't it?
Milky for me is Swiss. Like my husband, when he goes to Switzerland, he brings back chocolate, and it's very, very creamy. People in Europe, they love Cadbury.
Yes, that's what someone was just.
They do love Cadbury, where Americans really don't like it.
Yeah.
As far as Hershey goes, Americans are very but over there they hate. In Europe they hate. In the UK they hate Hershey. They think it tastes like vomit. Now, I remember being at the Beatles Cafe and I had a Kit Kat and I went, "What the fuck?" It just tastes different.
Yes.
And here, there's more wax in American chocolate. If you're going to buy chocolate in America, the best you're going to get is going to be Lindt.
Really?
Yes. I used to work for Godiva Chocolatier.
Godiva's not what they used to be.
No. And when I worked for Godiva, that's when it was taking its toll to go downward.
Thank you, Stephanie. New Patreon. Holla.
Stephanie says she used to be a Patreon of mine.
Yay. Lindt is delicious, Bulldog Mom says. Nestle feels like wax.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what I was saying was, I went to the Ghirardelli in San Francisco. just with Godiva, they say that it's made in Belgium. That's not true. It's actually made here in Pennsylvania, and it's overpriced. It used to be $29 a pound. Now it's way over $32 a pound, and it's made in Reading, Pennsylvania. Just the recipe is from Belgium. You think you're getting imported chocolate, but you're not. So I've kind of Godiva, and a lot of people. Listen, you're getting Godiva now in the supermarket. You can get
Paula
Godiva
needs
at the
attention, I
airport.
think. Paula thinks we're rude listeners. Okay. Cool. Justin and Riley, please contact me. We need to get our story out. It's Reese's miniature taste different, and Reese's eggs. I like the Reese's eggs and the Christmas trees. I can't believe
I
you
like
live in a place.
hollow. You know what I love? A hollow lint chocolate Santa.
Never had one.
A hollow lint chocolate Santa from Target. I'll do a backflip for that. Let's stop talking about chocolate, please. Yes, I used to take this is what a heifer I am. I used to take layovers in Belgium airport, in Brussels, and I used to there's a big circle. Anybody know? If there's a
Stephanie's coming
store,
back.
there's a big round store. You're coming back, Stephanie? It'd be awesome now. I'm like 18 away from 200. There's a round store, and it's got, if you're in the Brussels airport, this is what you got to do. You get a, listen, I'm a fucking heifer, okay? This is, I've done it only 3 times. You get a carry-on, you buy a carry-on, and you go to this big round store, which has every chocolatier, boom, 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 and you buy it all, you put it in the carry-on, and then you bring another carry-on of your bag, and you have everything. Now, remember that the Belgians don't use peanuts. They frown on peanuts. It's all about hazelnuts.
And hazelnut's better.
Hazelnut is the most expensive nut. Remember that. Peanut is the most worthless.
Ugh. But I actually grew some peanuts this year.
You grew peanuts?
Uh-huh.
What, under your arms?
No, outside.
What do you mean you're growing peanuts?
I grew peanuts.
You're so weird. Who does that? I'm growing peanuts. Such dork. I'm growing peanuts.
I grew.
You know what? I'm tougher than you. I drink beet juice. He hates beets.
It's the number one thing I hate more than anything, probably. Yeah. I grew peanuts. Some years I grew even loofahs.
The fuck's an oofa?
Loofah. Like a bath loofah?
Really?
Yeah.
Peanut butter, great protein for workouts. Can I ask you guys a question?
Is it a personal
It's
question?
not sexual, I promise. Have you guys seen that PB powder in the peanut butter aisle? It's like a powder. What am I supposed to do with that? Is that supposed to be a toss and wash shit? Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
It's in the peanut butter aisle. It's called like PB, but it's powder. You know what I'm talking about? What am I supposed to, or is it, oh, you mix it with water? Oh, smoothies. That's what I was thinking. It's for smoothies. You put it in shakes. Okay.
Like a protein.
But is there sugar in it? PB2. That's what I thought it was called.
Never heard of it.
All right. You mix it with water.
Toss and wash.
Toss it, wash it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had an earful for that little bitch this morning. Stephanie! Top tier Patreon! Ooh, ooh. Jacob,
Thank you,
come here, my
Stephanie.
sweetheart. Mama's got a present for you.
Oh, shit.
How much do you love mommy?
Muchas.
For you. I
You're
love
serious?
it.
What? Why?
A brand new.
Do I really need it?
It's for your
You think so?
birthday. But they told me that I had to what you call it? It had to go, that your thing was gonna turn off during school.
Yeah, it did. That's
I
literally what
know.
happened.
I was looking all over for you for school, but this is yours and I love you.
Thank you so much.
So now you can do
I'm
anything
all
you want.
sweaty. So
Go-
I can't,
go
I
do-
can't-
go
I
take a
can't-
shower.
I can't hug you.
All right, go ahead. I love you.
Hi, Justin.
Hey,
Oh, it's Schaefer
Jacob.
out. Don't worry, take a shower. I know you're sweaty. And then
He's so
we'll
kind.
come down and we'll talk and I'll watch
Good
you guys
kid.
eat.
Good kid. Such a
The
good kid.
best. He's the best kid. He's
what
the
was I gonna
best. Dude, I got the best kid. Oh,
He's a good kid. Oh,
Uh,
when's his birthday?
November 7th.
My boy's birthday is Thursday. Day after tomorrow.
Aw. What are you doing for their
Crazy.
birthday?
We're having a birthday party.
Why didn't you invite me?
You're like 7 hours away.
This is why I wish I had my own jet. This is why I wish Tom Cruise would marry me, because he's got his pilot's license and he's got his own plane. I'm like, Tom, I'll give you a BJ if you bring me to Justin's birthday party. Hey, everybody wins.
Exactly. Justin, Jackie B needs to chat with you.
Who? I know. Jackie's back. She jumped into my
No,
life yesterday.
not-
And I went,
That's Jackie S, not Jackie
Oh.
B.
Oh, poor Jackie. Everyone's birthdays. Who wants to hear a gross story? Can I ask you a question, Justin?
No. You cannot. Not you can, but just not right here. I don't see Jackie.
Can I call you Justin? Guess what? He's doing a Patreon, and I love you, baby. I love you, sweet darling.
Jackie
Yes, I
B
do, my
has a
baby.
story to tell.
I love it. Come on, guys. I'm loving it. Stephanie is back. By the way, Stephanie sent me this.
Aw.
And she needs some prayers right now.
Oh,
She does.
you got it, girl.
I'm really sick of everybody that's getting fucking cancer, by the way. This is fucking ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous. I just need 17 more to reach my goal.
One of my coworkers, she was just diagnosed with cancer.
Jesus.
Liver cancer.
Really?
No symptoms whatsoever. None. She still
Really?
doesn't even believe she's sick, which is, good to know. But
Guess what? I've got all of my sessions. I've done every single one of them. Yeah, I was late for a couple of them. Been late, but I've been on time for most of them.
sorry, Snosberry.
Listen, I'm not trying to be disrespectful of any story. I think this is a really tragic story. My heart goes out to this family, but I'm going to have to really think about this. And I think we got to hear more about this. I don't know what to do. I mean, if she wants me to go down there and yell at them, I can do that.
Well, tomorrow we are going to.
Tomorrow we're going to yell at them? I
No,
mean,
not
here
tomorrow.
I am
Tomorrow we're
yelling
gonna
like
hear
I'm
more.
ready to fucking tell someone about themselves. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, they're dangerous. I'm just going to shut the fuck up.
Yes.
Listen, I also don't want to mess with the wrong people, okay? Molly Golightly is very, very intelligent when she wants to be, but Molly Golightly also needs to shut the fuck up when Molly Golightly feels like Molly Golightly has gone too far.
Yeah.
This mouth can only get you so far. You know what? I think I'm going to apply for my concealed carry. Oh, I'm going to be, but can I fly with it? Do I have to put it in my my check-in?
812.
What the fuck is that?
With us?
812?
Who is this? 1-2?
You're calling in Justice for All?
Oh, hi. This is Jackie B.
Hey, Jackie.
Hi. Let me turn off my yes.
What's going on, Jackie?
Yes, I was the one in chat. I was the one asking to see if you could hear my story
Sure.
about what happened to my husband and I Labor Day weekend.
Of course.
My son is 31 years old, and he was in, we were getting ready for bed. This was Sunday evening on the 4th of September. And we got a call from his girlfriend. He was in a serious accident, and you could hear him screaming in the background. And he was pinned between his ATV or side by side and a tree. He was coming down a very curvy, dangerous road. It was raining, and he lost control of the ATV and went off the road and was pinned between the tree and the ATV, which actually saved his life, because if he hadn't hit the tree, he would have gone down a very deep ravine, and probably no one would have found him. But in any case, we got the phone call, and we got dressed and ran to the scene. When we got there were state police at the bottom of the hill. This is a very steep, curvy hill. And we tried to wave them down to see if we could approach the scene. He just drove by us. So we went on up to the scene. When we got there, I was on the phone with my oldest son, who lives in Mississippi. And I was telling him what had happened to his brother. When we got up there was no police there yet, but there were EMTs there already. But no one was around Brent, and he was screaming at the top of his lungs, "I can't feel my legs, I can't feel my legs," screaming for his girlfriend. And I'll never forget the sound of him screaming. So I got up there to where some gentlemen were standing, and I said, "That's my baby." And they said, "Well, we're working on it. It's going to be okay." So I crossed the road because I didn't want to get in the way. And my husband went to check on Brent. That's my son's name, Brent. When he got over there, Brent was bleeding profusely, and he was pinned. They couldn't get him out. And he started screaming for his dad. "Dad, come here, I can't feel my legs." So my husband tried to get to him. And they pushed him back and told him to get back. And my husband's like, "That's my son. I need to get to him. That's my son. He's yelling for me." And they're like, "No, get back, get back." And I noticed what was going on, and I said to Kenny, which is my husband's name, I said, "Get over here." And I'm a lot like Molly, go lightly. I'm kind of a cusser.
Sure.
And my emotions were running high. I didn't go over there because I didn't want to see my son in that condition, and I just knew I couldn't handle it. But I wanted him to know we were there. And I didn't know if he was going to live at that point. I didn't know what was going to happen. My husband started to come back over. A deputy sheriff showed up and pulled him by the arm over to me and said, "If you don't calm down, I'm going to arrest you." And I looked at him and I said, "What? Arrest him? That's right. We're going to arrest you if you all don't calm down." I was like, "Okay." So I turned to my husband and I'm trying to calm him down. At this point, another EMT had run up to my husband and got in his face and said, "Look, we've got this. It's going to be okay. We're going to get him out. We've got this." And in that second, they clicked and they knew each other. And the EMT said, "I know you." And my husband said, "Yes, you know me." This is a small town. Everyone knows everyone.
Right.
At that point, we were surrounded by 3 deputy sheriffs. And I turned around and the deputy sheriff said, "I don't care who you are." And I looked at him and I said, "Really?"
are we doing this right now? Really? Are we effing doing this right now? And he said, you're under arrest. I said, what? Under arrest? For what? Resisting arrest. I said, what? They handcuffed both of us and hauled us off to jail. Meanwhile, my son was still pinned. We got to the jail, and first thing I asked was, will I get updates on my son? I need to know what has happened to my son. And they told us that they could not do that. They shackled us to the bench, booked us, put us in a cell for 3 hours. I had no clue what was going on with my son. I paced the floor, just praying, please, please let my son be okay. That's all I could do. And then my husband, who's not in good health, I was also praying for him because at that point I could see him age probably about 10 years.
Sure.
And I was like, please let my husband be okay, because I told the jailer, please keep an eye on my husband because he's not doing good right now. 3 hours later, they came, and the jailer said, I have good news, we're releasing you.
You damn Skippy.
And I said, why? Why? And he's like, I don't know. And I said, is my son dead? Are you releasing us because my son has died? I don't know, ma'am. We can't tell you anything. And at that point, I just broke down. And needless to say, I didn't break down until that point. I relate with Molly because she's a strong mother. She's got boys. I have 2 sons. You have sons, Justin.
Right.
And you are strong for your kids. You're strong for your family when you need to. And I think women, not to be,
I'm with you, babe. Go for it.
But I think women
Sure.
have that mother instinct kick in and you don't break down.
Right.
But I really thought my son was dead at that point, and that was the
So he's
only
alive.
time they would be releasing us because they told us we would not get released till Tuesday.
What the hell?
Night. They impounded our car. We had to walk home.
What?
Oh, honey, you need to get you a constitutional lawyer because
Are
they
you
just
for
fuck
real?
up. Let me.
Yeah. So
You.
this is why I was on your chat, and I was like, I need to talk to you guys. I need to talk to you guys. We need help.
Oh.
You need an attorney.
We walked home.
Yeah.
We got a hold of my son's girlfriend, and she picked us up. And at that point, they had to cut my son
I think
out
you need
with
an
the jaws
attorney.
of life because he was literally pinned in there. He had 2 broken vertebrae in his neck. He had a broken collarbone, a broken wrist, a broken tibia, and a crushed fibula. I believe that's the way it was. They rushed him to the University of Louisville Trauma Center, and
Excuse me.
his girlfriend came and got us and picked us up and took us immediately to Louisville. We were, of course, only at that point allowed one at a time into the ER, and we were allowed to see him one at a time. And we spent the whole day there. He immediately went into surgery on his neck to fuse his C7 and C6 that were broken. Hopefully that will, the C5 was out of alignment, so hopefully that'll fix C5. Now, you have to understand my son is a very strong person. He's a lineman, and he has now a rod in his leg and a broken neck that's fused. So whether or not he'll be able to go back to work again is questionable.
But he's alive. Praise the Lord. Thank the Lord.
But he's alive. Yes. Oh my God.
Thank the
Yes,
Lord.
He's alive. He's alive, and he's home. And I work from home, so of course I hauled all my equipment over to his house and stayed with him last week. And
Of course.
we waited on him hand and foot. But I'm back. He's done better. He's a strong kid, and I know with Molly probably has strong boys, and you will too, Justin. I'm sure as they become men and they get older, you'll see them grow into these strong individuals. And he is a strong man, and I like to think that he had a strong mama that helped him out there a little bit. But
Absolutely.
we are now facing trial, and it's just crazy. It's crazy that this happened, and I implore any parent, You know, my husband, we called WHS 11, which is this local station, and they did our story. And it's like my husband said, any parent who hears I don't care how old your child is, you hear your child screaming like that, you will go to them, you will crawl to them if you have to get to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Now,
thank you for listening to my story.
no, of course. I mean, thank you for sharing that. I mean, I'm
Definitely has a case,
totally
and she's
sorry that
definitely
you
looking
went
at an
through that.
enormous settlement. She's going to win. Yes,
Yeah, you're definitely.
she's going to win.
Question: were you there before the police?
Yes.
Okay.
Because when they walked us to the police car, we passed our car, and I said, "That's my car. If you need to know," because I heard my husband ask the other police officer who was handcuffing him, "What about our car?" And they said they would tow it. So I said, "That's my car. If you need to know." And then we had to walk past my car to get to the sheriff deputy's cars. So they arrived right after us, I guess. It was such a case. I mean, you know, I was so just in the moment. I wasn't aware of my surroundings, but I know our car was before theirs. It's a very narrow, curvy road. It's a very hairpin turn is where he had the accident. It was like a hairpin turn.
And
so you could only.
They arrested you because what? You were hysterical? You were a parent that was hysterical?
I guess so.
And why aren't they out like why aren't they? So what if you were? You're a parent. You're hysterical. Your kid is right there pinned, like literally could have bled out. I mean, that may have really saved him. Honestly, the pinning may have saved him, you know, from bleeding out, to be honest with you. They always say when you're pinned like that, wait for paramedics because you can bleed out, you know, if you unpin, because the pressure can actually save you. It can go either way, actually.
And the situation of how that road is, it's kind of, I know, Justin, did you say you live in Virginia?
Yeah, I live on the West Virginia line. Yeah. So.
Okay, because I've been listening to you guys for a long time.
Yeah.
Over the probably last year. So I know when we have mountains like hills. I live right in southern Indiana. I'm looking at the Kentucky hills right now. I live right on the Ohio River.
Right.
We have a lot of hills, so the roads kind of like hairpin turn and kind of creep up these hills.
Yeah.
And kind of just weave in and out, and that's what this kind of road was. He was coming down the hill. It started raining. It was an ATV. You know, those tires aren't really made for a road, especially a wet road. He hit that hairpin, and you know, of course, when he went to turn, the ATV decided it didn't want to turn, and it took him to the side of the road. The way he was pinned, it's such a steep incline that it basically locked him in, and that's why they had such a hard time getting him out.
Yeah, these cops, in my opinion, need to lose their job, and that's totally unconstitutional. Totally unconstitutional. I mean, this is the thing. Like when I mean, obviously, you're not thinking in the right frame of mind, you know. But what charges did they charge you with?
First, it was disorderly conduct. This is what the officer told me: disorderly conduct and resisting arrest.
And I would say disorderly conduct, as in how was I disorderly conduct? First of all, was I detained? Did you say you were detaining me? Did they say they were detaining you? No, I bet you.
They handcuffed us.
No. But did they say did they say, hey, you're detained, you're not free to go or free to stay?
No.
No. That you can. That's the biggest bullshit I've ever heard in my life. I mean.
And quite honestly,
freaking
we were
believe.
not being disorderly. My husband was trying to get to him. As soon as those guys pushed him back, he complied. He came over. He wasn't there if you saw his face, because we've been married 35 years, and you know, we know each other inside and out. You know, we know each other's facial expressions and everything.
Of course.
He wasn't there, and so I knew he was in shock. You know, just because he saw Brent. I didn't see Brent. I didn't want to see Brent in that condition at that point. I knew just him hearing my voice at that time. But if it got to where they're saying, look, you need to come talk to him, you need to come see him, I would have gone over
Yes.
there.
Have you requested a FOIA for the body cam footage?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, we
Good.
have that in the works.
Good. Better not be
On top of that,
lost.
yes. On top of that, the police officer put me in his front seat. So I didn't know why. I thought that was strange that he did that, because usually when you're arrested, you're in the back seat. And I asked my husband.
Well, also when you're so disorderly and resisting, you know, I mean, if you're so disorderly and resisting, I mean, putting you in the front seat is such a hazard to this cop, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, certainly.
Yeah. So when I got to the jail, I realized, and of course, I don't break easily. So when I got to the jail, they were so nice at the jail, and they told us several times we didn't belong there. But he told me, don't lean against the wall. And I looked at I'd never been arrested before, and I'm looking at the wall like, what's wrong with the wall?
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of giggled at me. He goes, no. He said, it tightens your cuff. And it clicked in my head at that second. I was like, that's why he put me in the front seat, because I couldn't lean forward. He had the seat adjusted so that I had to lean back, and the computer and all the equipment, I couldn't lean forward, and those cuffs were getting tighter and tighter and tighter on my wrist. Mm-hmm. And I thought, that's why he did that. That was calculated. So
it sounded like, and exactly, great point, vet girl. Under mental distress, they called disorderly conduct.
Yeah.
Unfreaking believable. How long has these? And let me tell you guys something. I used to mod for First Amendment auditors and stuff, and some things I agree with, and some things I don't that they do, but. I did learn a lot, and it's, please know your rights now. It's really good to know your rights whenever, before this happens. I mean, obviously yours is under a totally different circumstance, but it's just unbelievable. Just unbelievable that this happened. How long had these officers been? First of all, was there a supervisor there? Do you know if there was a supervisor? This is the thing. If you ever say you're under arrest and it's something like this, if you say, I need to speak with a supervisor, they have to send you a supervisor. Just for FYI information. They have supervisors, and you need to say, I need to speak with a supervisor. Please bring a supervisor here. Because
people are asking how my son is now. If I can, I would love to send you an email of a picture of my son if you want to put that so everyone can see him. I know I'm biased, but he's the most handsome boy ever, even in a neck brace and in a cast.
Yes.
But I'll send that to you. What is your email, Justin? I don't remember.
It's all, and then justice, the number 4, the letter U, @gmail.com. Did they offer you any medical treatment for your mental distress?
No.
Yeah.
No.
This has to be, you guys just have to be mentally scarred from this.
Oh my God, yeah.
My husband grew up here it's called, we live in little bitty Madison, Indiana. And my son grew up here, or my husband grew up here his whole life. And now he says he just drives around this town, and it's just like, he said, I'll never look at this town the same way again,
Sure. I mean,
I was
that,
born here. I wasn't, here my whole life. We moved around a lot when I was a kid, but my husband has lived here his whole life. So it has changed our perspective on our little town.
oh, I mean, how could it not? I mean, this is just absolutely
It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
insanity. Totally
Yeah. It wasn't the cop who recognized my husband. It was the EMT, one of the EMTs who recognized my husband. And he came over to talk to my husband. He put both his hands on his shoulders and got right in his face and said, "Look, we got this. We got this." And then it just clicked. "I know you." And then my husband said, "Yeah, you know me." But the cops didn't know us.
right. Okay. Wow.
I sent you the email. That's a picture of my husband
Okay.
with my son in the walker and everything. And it just gives you an idea. He is home. He is walking. He has to use a walker, and he has, a neck brace. He's going to have physical therapy, but like I said, he's a strong guy. So.
Wow.
Someone's in Madison? Well, hello, TB. You're in Madison. Isn't that so crazy?
Did you send it to ALL Justice, the number 4, the letter U, at Gmail?
Yes, I did.
Don't you wish you could just take your cell phone and just go?
My husband just walked in. He's like,
Hi,
"You're
husband."
on there."
Hello.
I can't believe she's actually talking to y'all.
Well, we're sorry that you've went
We went
through
through that.
this. It's
Oh,
It's awful.
it was the most horrible night of our life, and now we got to continue this.
yes, but let me tell you something. It's uncalled for, and
Shocking.
in my opinion, I would not speak to these officers anymore. You let attorneys take care of this.
Yeah.
Don't, in my opinion, what I would do personally, let attorneys take care of this, because this is there's no redemption in this other than
No more social media.
I don't know.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
the buck stops here.
I would just talk to your attorney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't tell anybody.
The same
Yeah.
guy that reported it, he was still interested in the case. I told him more of what's going on here in Madison, and he's really more interested in, because it's the whole county part of this is crooked. Did
Well,
she tell you what happened to a friend of ours?
no.
Oh.
I'm not seeing your email.
Thank you, KW.
I'm going to resend that to you, Justin.
Okay.
I think that it was misspelled because I've had it. It was saved in I think I've emailed you before, actually, because it was saved. So let me try that.
Are you Melissa? No, you're not Melissa. Okay.
My name's Jackie.
Jackie, that's
Jackie.
right.
I go on there.
I'm really weak.
Chat is Jackie B.
Gotcha.
But it should be from Jacqueline Van Y.
Okay.
Well, I see you guys all the time on TV.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you for putting up with this. Thank you.
Putting up with him. He's so difficult with those pearls.
Yes. Very difficult with these pearls.
Come here,
So
Violet.
we have a trial set on December 6th.
Right.
Good. You make sure,
Good.
have your attorney make sure the press is there and everything.
Oh, we've already contacted them. We've given them all of our dates. Yeah.
Yeah. Fun. Yeah. some
Now,
local.
my attorney said her secretary said she's already asked the state for the film from all the.
Oh yes,
and the
yes, your
shows.
cameras.
So she's not.
Do I
yet.
have a country heart? I think I kind of live in the country.
It's kind of hard to hear you, Marissa.
She's
You're a
asking
little-
me if I have a country heart. Well, there's cows and horses and barns and shit around here. Why not? I go to Cracker Barrel.
You go
I
to
just
Cracker
don't like
Barrel.
nature.
You're funny,
There's
Marissa.
nothing wrong with that. I like to be indoors. That's all.
We do have a
I'm not harming
GoFundMe.
anybody.
I put the link in the chat if anyone would like to help us.
Sure.
Just thinking for legal fees and things. We're not. My husband's on disability. He has polycystic kidney disease.
Oh,
I
I'm
work from
sorry.
home. I'm a health and life insurance. I mainly do Medicare health insurance from home. So we're not wealthy. We're
Sure.
just normal, everyday people like everybody else.
Yeah. My
You know?
God, y'all have been through it. Damn. Did you send that again?
I thought I did.
Neither one of us is there.
I'm not getting it.
What? Tell me the email again, and maybe because I really.
ALL
Country heart. What kind
Yeah.
of question is that?
JUSTICE.
Okay.
The number 4,
Uh-huh.
the letter U,
Okay.
at gmail.com.
Okay. Let me try that one more time. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. It might be on my end too. I don't know.
You're waiting for me to see that comment?
You're
Marissa, do you have a country heart? What the hell? I got some country crock
country
in my
crock.
my refrigerator filled with sofrito. Like a real Puerto Rican. No, Trisha, I'm not eating solid food. I'm ready for bed. And a shot of tequila. I'm not going to lie. I could use a shot of tequila. I'm losing my voice. I've been talking all day.
Yes, that girl. My son is looking into an attorney, I believe. On top of all of this, and this will probably really put the cherry on top for y'all. We have a local fire chief. Now here, most of our fire departments are volunteer, again, small town. We have one of the local fire chiefs, I won't say his name. He has taken upon himself to announce to everyone days after the accident. He was there on the scene. I don't know what his capacity was while he was there because we were taken away. But apparently he has been divulging my son's medical issues around the wreck. And, a lot of people have come down and told my son that he is in the break room at work telling everybody what his medical issues were at the wreck and everything. So that's a HIPAA violation.
Yeah, he can't be telling.
Yeah, that's small town.
I live in a small town. I know it's.
Yeah.
I'm not getting your emails. I don't know. It may be just stuck out there and.
Yep, Never Neverland. Who knows? Somewhere out there.
Yeah, but I will. I'll definitely show it on the next one if.
Okay.
For sure.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, but that's my email address if you want to email me. And
Okay, I will.
yeah, just let us definitely speak with your attorney
I love your
and
old
follow.
work. I love your show. I love the work you do. Both of you.
Thank you.
Molly's so passionate, and she just tells you how it is, and that's kind of like the girl I am. I'm just straightforward. I'm not a sugarcoater. My boys will tell you that for sure. Mama don't sugarcoat nothing.
Yeah, that's wow.
And that's why I just love Molly and her attitude and her personality. I think she's just amazing. Justin, you're just a sweetheart. I
Thank
love the quotes you give at the beginning of your shows.
Thank you.
So, but we do watch you every night.
We
And I
appreciate that.
appreciate you listening to my story. So.
Of course. I mean, it's just unimaginable. But I looked in my spam folder too. I looked in every folder that I could think of.
Man, what's going on there?
It might be me. My computer's probably on overload right now.
Okay, well, if you look under it, the subject would be, says Kenny and Bryn, I think, is the subject.
Yeah.
And so, if I'll try resending it.
Okay. It'll get here eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But follow your, talk to the attorney and follow them to the T. And then after, when you can talk, let us know. And we'd like to follow up on this for sure.
Thank you. You
Thank
guys are
you.
great. Thanks so much.
God bless. Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye. That was something. Tough times, Marissa.
You ain't kidding.
A lot of people, All right. Well, I'm going to bed.
So am I.
Love you
I
all.
want to thank everyone, honestly, for joining both of our Patreons. Thank you to everyone who has picked up the phone when we called you. Thank you for everyone that's been sitting and listening to us fight with each other. Oh, I can't wait till our first fight. It's going to be epic.
Well, we've had like 77, according to everybody else.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm trying to remember them. I'm like, shit. I don't remember. They must have not been. Well, I disagreed once on a pair of Prada shoes. He's like, yes. And I'm like, no. And he's like, yes. And I'm like, no. That's like the biggest disagreement we had.
I don't fight with people.
But that's like the biggest disagreement that we've had.
Yeah.
He basically told me to go F myself over some Prada shoes. He chose Prada over me. El Verbena, I like you. This chick that just became a member, I like her.
She's sweet.
I don't know if she's a member of mine. I hope she's not. This way, I'm not embarrassing myself. But I really like her comments. Sometimes a lot of people say some really good comments. And I have to say, even though these horrible people such as,
House of Gucci,
Trey and KJ, or whatever, are horrible people, I have to say that the people that they gave up on and disappointed,
amazing.
We are so glad to have you.
I am honored. Honest to God, people call us all of these names and everything, whatever. We'll deal with that.
We love all the new people and the people that have been with us for the past year and stuff.
They love them too.
They're like, oh my God, this new wave, what we were told was our new clientele is just so much, because they're all put together. They're all just, and honestly, I still love my Cork. I still love my Tina. I still love all my Hush Puppy. I love everyone. Listen, no one's gonna take me away from my original sorority.
No,
but these new women, they're awesome. They're awesome.
These new classy ladies
Very,
and
very
gentlemen.
Nice.
They go.
They're really nice.
They comment well with our OGs.
They go really good. Everyone's like, wow, this ship's a rockin'. I'm like, yeah, don't come a knocking. What? I don't know what I'm talking about.
You're so white.
Starving. I'm starving.
You look like you're kind of getting weak or something in the face.
Of course, I could, dude. I was doing a session. I couldn't even hold up the phone. I had it on my hip. I was like, shit, I wish TJ Maxx had a fucking drive-through.
TJ bring this coat rack. Yeah, fuck that.
No, I don't get clothes from there. I get this stupid, how holiday
Their houseware stuff, yeah.
like when you wash, you need
Oh, the soaps and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need some Halloween fall soap, and you need that bullshit napkins,
They have good stuff like that. I love their
shit like that.
yeah.
But I'm tired. I've been talking all day. But so anyway, did you hear Dre McCrae?
No,
Is a
I
little
didn't.
scam artist herself.
What did she say?
She didn't say anything. She made a lot of promises, and a lot of people, I didn't even know about this. One of her little friends came on today. Well, she became his Patreon. And I started talking to her, and all of a sudden, it went from session to confession. And she's like, wait a second, woman, you didn't know about this? And I'm like, no. I said, you want to know something? Is it all right if I go live? And she's like, let's do it. And then all of a sudden, the whole chat comes flying in, and they're all like, yeah, Marissa. And you know that one chick, Kay knows everything. Kay has something to say about everything. That chick, she was like, that's that bitch. Yeah. Turns out that she was collecting a whole bunch of money for a freaking trip, and all these chicks never got nothing. Oh yeah, she's a hot little mess, that one. And then she tries to. Oh, and Letitia was there. So yeah, for anyone that's making up rumors, that I just found out today, did you know that there was a rumor flying around that Letitia cut us off?
Oh yes, that's been
Oh, I
going
didn't
around
know
for
that.
ages. That's been going around for ages, Marissa.
I
It's
was like, cut us off from what? What, the will? What, cut us out of the will? Get the fuck out of here. What was she cut us off? Fuck out of here. These people, I'm telling you, these channels are lying to you. They're lying to you. They're all junkie channels. They're junkie channels. If you have a question, trust me, Justin and I will tell you the truth. Just all you gotta do is ask. If you have a question, just ask. But if we can't answer you, it's because we promised. There's a lot more. Trust me, there's a lot more. But we just can't say anything yet. Oh, you don't know how hard it is to be sitting on information. And you know how many times he had to practically put handcuffs on me and handcuff me to a radiator and say, no, Marissa, no. I'm like, I'm going to explode. And they're like, no, don't do. He's like, don't put it in Patreon. I'll kill you. I'm like, no, I'm going to tell these motherfuckers about themselves. And it's like, no.
Marissa. I can tell her something, and I'll be like, Marissa, I'm gonna tell you something, and I'll be like, blah 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 like that, and I hear click. Breaking news live from Hershey, Pennsylvania.
This fucking bitch is about to get her fucking head kicked in. Listen, I've decided today, after talking to this fucking attorney, right? And finding out that this fucking loser is worthless. Absolutely worthless. I said to this fucking attorney, I said, can we just go back to like 1996? Back old school style. Let
Kelly
me just
just
show
joined
up
your Patreon.
with a fucking bat.
Kelly Egan just joined your Patreon.
What?
Kelly Egan just joined your Patreon.
You just joined my Patreon? No, you did not. Oh my God, you guys, I'm almost at my life's goal.
Like,
I never thought that this would happen to me.
it's really cool to pick. It's really cool.
I'm gonna have listen, if you're trying to kill me and give me a heart attack, you're doing it. And you're doing it in like such a good way. Like the negative stuff is not giving me a heart attack. It's all of the positive and the amount of love. I'm just like,
JP just left a nice comment. Marissa, I owe you an apology. I joined your Patreon and became a member because you are the real deal, and I apologize for ever entertaining their scam BS. When I have my call, I will give you a real apology. That's very sweet.
Oh, it's
JL.
okay. I never even saw it.
JP. JP, thank you.
Thank you, JP, but I never saw it. It's all right.
JP's a Patreon now.
I know she is. I was
Yes.
like, holla. Don't worry. I never see anything. My mind only sees positive stuff. I don't pay attention to junky stuff. I really, really don't. And I get bored very quickly. So it's very hard to entertain me. I like fresh. You want a chainsaw? I have one, Jerry. Who the hell just came in this house? Is that the police? Oh, it's my husband. New Patreon here. Shut the fuck up, Mags. You did not. Oh my God. I see Kelly Tops here. What?
Mags, yay,
Oh, shit,
you joined.
Oh, you mother. Oh my God. It's September 20th.
Thank you,
Oh my God. I'm
Mags.
going to have to give you guys a kidney. Dude.
He's sunshine.
Dude. Keep it classy.
Thank you, Jackie B. Thank you for the
don't worry.
$5.
You don't understand. Let me tell you something. Some worthless loser says, "Oh, this person is about to give you a dragon." I'm like, and what is that worth? What is that worth? What, you're gonna tell me off over the internet?
Well, my goal is 100 right now.
You're gonna do it. You want to know why? Because you're gonna earn it.
I'm at 73.
I'm at 183. Thank you, Kelly. I really appreciate this. I worked very hard for this, and honestly, I work hard for you guys, and I prayed for you guys. And I love helping all of you, and I love all the friendships that are being made.
It's
and how
really
much
neat.
fun you
It's
guys
very
are
neat.
having.
Mhm.
Like, some of them are saying that it's like, they're like, you have like the nicest friends. And I'm like, I know they're hot shit, right? Dude! And I love all the finally we got some ethnicities. I got like 5 black women. We got
Thank you,
Latina.
Lisa.
We always used to have white women, and it's just like, yeah. And it's like spicy. It's like, I love it. And we're all on the same page.
Patreon is fun, Jerry. It is. It is
Patreon
very
is
fun.
fun. And the thing is honestly, don't feel shy about calling me. And this is what everyone says. Oh,
That's what I
know
say.
you're busy. I
Busy.
know you're busy. I am busy, but that's okay. Bother Robin anyway and say, book my ass and tell her to fucking call me. And I will.
I mean, listen, as long as you don't mind talking to us while we're on the run, we'll
Yeah.
talk.
I mean, listen, I do go to the spa a lot. How do you think I get this gorgeous fucking skin? It doesn't get gorgeous by itself, right, Adrian?
For you, beauty comes easily, my dear.
Oh, you see.
Is Adrian licking his dog bowl? I hear a little a trinket. His necklace.
He's wearing his fake West Point shirt.
Oh God.
No, you didn't go to West Point. You're a liar. You made it up. You paid.
Tasty recipes. You can always call me.
What's that site? He paid LinkedIn.
Yes.
He's working hard over there. Yeah, Adrian says, Marissa, I'm getting quite a bit of inquiries on my resume. On his 3 fucking page resume?
Thank you, Brandy.
You don't have to be interested in my husband. My husband's done nothing. My child's done nothing. And if you don't like me, don't pay attention to me. If I didn't like me, trust me. I wouldn't pay attention to me. But I love myself. And you want to know something? You all should love yourself too.
Everyone, yeah.
Every single one of you.
I mean, as long as you're not like
in love with yourself.
Yeah, I mean, you should love yourself, but you shouldn't like stay grounded, you know.
Well, the thing is, if you don't love yourself, how are you gonna love her? How are you gonna love everybody else?
If you don't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna love anybody else?
But that, in a way, if you really think about that, that is true. You have to have self-love in order to care for others. I'm not ashamed
Absolutely.
to say that I love myself.
Ironically, we usually treat our own selves the worst out of really anyone we know. You know, I mean, we're harder on ourselves generally.
Shut up, phone.
So,
I mean, I love myself more than I love my dog.
yeah.
I need
mean,
to love myself more than my dog. Do I love my dog more than I love my son? No.
no, of course not. It's a dog. I mean, they're family members, yes, but there is a difference. I mean,
You gotta
there is
love
just
yourself. You gotta love yourself.
Mags.
Yeah. Oh, so Mags is a Patreon of yours. Oh.
Is Mags a
chose
patron?
you. She's a member of mine, but she chose to be a patron of yours instead of mine. She told me, "Fuck you, Molly Golightly."
No, she didn't.
She did. She went, "Fuck you, Molly Golightly. You're a fucking bitch and a fucking whore.
No, she didn't.
Fuck you, Molly Golightly."
That sounds like somebody else.
Fuck you, you ain't your fucking problem. It's Molly Golightly. Is you're so fucking conceited. She's up there saying that she loves herself. Well, you know what? Fuck you, whore. You do fucking love yourself? How can you say you fucking love yourself when you don't fucking give a shit about anything but, taking your Xanax, stuffing your face with tamales, you big fat fucking slut fucking whore, you need to live in your fucking house, you fucking slut whore, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, God, oh fucking mighty, fuck you, Justin. Once you put some more fucking having your lipstick on, fucking bitches, I'm gonna call ATN and remind him that I'm your fucking wife, you fucking bitch. We're gonna sue that fucking lawyer that called me back to fucking crazy. And fuck you, Justin. I try to be nice to you. I try to get you away from Molly Golightly, that crazy fat fucking whore, and you didn't fucking listen to me. Why? You said I was a fucking crackhead. Why did you call me a fucking crackhead? What? Stop fucking laughing at me. You're making fun of me when I haven't done anything but be nice to you. I gave you a super chat on July 17th and you never even said thank you. What the fuck is wrong with you? Cut that, motherfuckers. What the fuck? I heard that Diane is the queen of the drama community and she doesn't want to interview me. What the fuck is wrong with you, fucking Diane? What's the matter? I'm not too dramatic for you. Fuck you, whore. And your whore friend Wendy. Fuck you, German lady. You're all a bunch of fucking whores. Just like Molly Flo. Fucking Miley. She's the queen of the whore. Fuck you.
How do you do that so
What are you fucking talking about? I'm not fucking doing anything, Justin. Why are you hanging out with fucking Molly Golightly when she's a fucking whore?
You do the same thing. You're
there you go. You want to see my fucking tit? There. Can you see my fucking nipple? Take your fucking channel down, you fucking whore.
Oh my God, Mike.
What's fucking wrong with you? I'm gonna get a fucking lawyer. I'm gonna fucking find out everything about you, Justin. I'm gonna fucking sue you because you're a fucking whore. And I'm gonna get your fucking friend Penelope too. Cause she's a fucking whore too. She's a whore bitch.
Come on. Am I not earning my fucking subs or what?
Yes, you do.
Whore! Why are you always saying I'm on fucking crack?
Gee, I don't know.
All right, I gotta go, guys.
You gotta admit. By the way, do they have permission to clip that? That was great.
That was great.
That really was great.
Flip away. That was amazing.
I do owe German lady an apology. I striked her trying to fuck around, but I don't know how to remove the fucking strike. Do you?
I don't know. I have no idea. Thank you, F Bear.
Oh no, the kids are marching up the stairs. You're dead.
No.
They got the lightsabers and they got the swords.
They're coming for me.
What are they going to be for Halloween?
I don't know yet.
Ninjas?
Probably.
That's the last thing you fucking need. Flying ninjas. Let me ask you a question. Do the twins hide and when you're walking down the hall of your house? Go, "Ah!"
All the time.
I know.
All the time. They
How
scare me
many
to death.
times have I called them out and said, do they do this? And you're like, every day.
Every day. Every day. All
And
right.
You spoil them.
I do.
Love it.
Love you all. Thank you for joining. God bless. Thank you, Marissa. Bye-bye. Love.
He wouldn't have